This is our 10th lecture from Spartans 500 most important words. Our first word is vibrant. Vibrant means full of activity or full of energy. Being very lively is called vibrant. Our next word is anticipate. Anticipate means to expect that something will happen and to be ready for that, right? Anticipating means expecting something to be happening. Example, this month's sales are better than anticipated. Our next word is antagonize. Antagonize is a verb meaning to annoy someone very much by doing something. So antagonizing means annoying someone by doing something which they don't like. Okay? Example, do not antagonize your customers. Right? Now, also one more meaning of antagonize is to provoke hostility. Hostility means hatred. Okay? So you are causing annoyance by doing something which the others don't like, right? So that actually creates a bit of hostility between you. So antagonizing means provoking hostility or annoying someone with the actions which they don't like. Our next word is tremendous. Tremendous means remarkable, right? So something which is very big, very fast and very powerful, and something which is excellent is also called remarkable or tremendous. Okay, so we can say something like there is a tremendous change. Okay, the policy has brought about a tremendous change or a remarkable change, which means very big and very much noticeable kind of change, right? So tremendous, remarkable means something which is very big and very much noticeable and very powerful or very much excellent. Our next word is considerable. Considerate is different, considerable is different. Considerate, we already discussed that word, considerate. Considerate means being very careful in your actions to make sure that it won't be uncomfortable to other people, right? So being considerate means you're being very careful and very kind. That is considerate. Whereas considerable means different. Considerable means fairly large enough to be efficient or effective. Okay, fairly large enough to be efficient or effective, that is considerable. Example, we have saved a considerable amount of money to buy a car of our choice. Our next word is epidemic. We have epidemic, endemic and pandemic. You should note the differences between these three words. Epidemic means something which is a sudden outburst and spread out. Okay, that is epidemic. So some diseases, what happens is they spread like an epidemic. So epidemic means sudden outburst. You should know this word. Epidemic means sudden outburst. Whereas endemic means it will spread only inside some particular area. So here you see epi means out, n means in. Okay. So and here demos means people. So in people, something which is very much particular to certain area. Okay. Inside this, like this. Okay, in some area this is constrained to certain area. Whereas epidemic means out. Out means here the meaning is it is suddenly out on the people. That is the meaning of epidemic. What happens is if a disease is suddenly outburst upon the people, that will be epidemic, right? So epidemic will have a bit larger scope, right? It is not just constrained to one particular area. It can reach out to multiple areas, and this reach will be very much sudden and outburst. Okay, sudden, very much sudden. Then what about pandemic? Pan means all. Okay, pan means all. Again, demos means people. So it is over all the people, but the difference here is pandemic will be slow, gradual and widespread. That is the difference here. Epidemic will be very much sudden and sudden outburst, whereas pandemic will be a bit slow, but then it will have its influence on overall area. Understand? So pandemic means which is something which is slow, steady and it spreads to all the parts. That is pandemic. So now you know coronavirus. This corona is, we say pandemic, not epidemic, because we don't say endemic also. Endemic means what happens is coronavirus, the corona COVID-19 will be only to restricted to only certain area, but that is not the case. So COVID-19 is not an endemic. It is also not epidemic. Why so? Because it we didn't see any sudden outbursts, okay, on across all the people. What happened is it started spreading gradually from person to person. So that way it spread all over the world. So since it is having its effects on all over the world, all over the places, right? So corona will be named as pandemic, not epidemic, not endemic. So these are the nuances. Our next word is acquaint. Acquaint means to know. This is the main important meaning of acquaint. Acquaint means to know. That's it. So the other meaning, if you go in detail, the meaning will be to deliberately find out about something. So you acquaint yourself with your environment, right? So how will you acquaint yourself with the environment? By knowing it properly. So acquaint means to know. Here example, I need to acquaint myself with the new regulations. So here replace this acquaint with know, then you will understand. I need to know myself with the new regulations. That means once you know with the new regulations, you will be acquainted, right? So that is the meaning of acquaint. Also, one more meaning of acquaint is to give some information about something. This is also very important. One must be knowing at least this meaning, right? Acquaint means to know, but whereas you have one more meaning, that is to give information, to give some information, to give someone information about something. This SO is someone, ST is something. So to give someone information about something. Example, you need to acquaint the police with the facts. Okay, you need to acquaint the police with the facts. That is an example. So just memorize this example, then you will be able to memorize this meanings, two meanings of the acquaint. Our next word is lurid. Lurid means shocking. Okay, lurid means shocking. Limpid means clear and transparent. Example, limpid blue eyes. So don't confuse between lurid and limpid. Lurid means shocking. Limpid means clear and transparent. Our next word is relish. Relish means to enjoy an experience or the thought of something that is going to happen. So relish means you enjoy an experience, right? So enjoying an experience is called relishing. Example, I don't relish the thought of your walking home alone. Second example, he relishes the chance to play Hamlet. Our next word is pale. P-A-I-L, pale, and we have one more word, pale. P-A-L-E, pale. P-A-I-L, pale is a metal wooden bucket. Example, a pail of water. Our next word is pale. Pale means light and whiter than usual. So whiter than usual, that is called pale. Okay. Some people face will be pale in color. That means it is actually more whiter than usual. Our next word is condone. Condone is a verb. Condone means to overlook or to forgive. Meaning to accept or forgive behavior that most people think is morally wrong. So condoning means forgiving or to overlook one's mistakes. Example, I cannot condone the use of violence under any circumstances. Okay, so condone means to forgive. Example, I cannot condone the use of violence under any circumstances. Our next word is overlook. Overlook is a verb. Overlook means to not notice something. Okay, not see how important it is. So missing out on something is called overlook. To not notice something. Also, to forgive someone's mistake, bad behavior, etc. and take no action. So you see here there are two different meanings. Okay, both the meanings are not one and the same. Overlook has two different meanings. One is to not to look. Okay, to not to notice. You don't even see that. Okay, intentionally or by accident. It can be both. So not seeing something, missing out on something is called to overlook. Right? Similarly, forgiving someone's mistakes or someone's bad behavior intentionally is called overlook. Right? You should know both the meanings. Our next word is anguish or agony are one and the same. Anguish, agony are one and the same. So, mental or physical suffering caused by extreme pain or worry is called agony. That is the meaning of agony. Agony or anguish means mental or physical suffering caused by extreme pain. Okay, extreme pain.